You see, it's very important in your virtual job interview set to include a headset. Headsets should be used for phone interviews and any kind of cell phone app interview. In this video, we're going to talk about the virtual job interview set, specifically audio, specifically truck driving headsets and why you need them to do a proper job interview. Stay tuned to the end because the results may surprise you. May not surprise you, I don't know. Headsets should be used for phone interviews and any kind of cell phone app interview. Yo, Coltrane, why is that? It's because by placing the microphone close to your mouth, you reduce the amount of echo, giving it a more professional sound, much like this microphone is closer to my mouth because this house is basically an echo chamber. But there's a few other reasons. So it keeps a given distance between your mouth and the microphone so it's not constantly changing throughout the interview. But the most important part is these are hands-free headsets. So what do I have in my hands? I have my Anchor. We call this the Anchor. So now when I'm on the phone with someone, especially if it's a phone-only interview, and they say, tell me about your work history, I have it all diagrammed out. If they say, do you have any questions about our organization? I have all of my questions written out right here. Not just my interest, I have their interest mapped out and how I'm going to meet them. So this is a force multiplier, but it's very hard to use your Anchor if you have one hand talking on the phone. Now, in an app-based interview, I'm not going to be using my hands at all because we always use a short tripod like the one right here and a little spring-loaded phone holder. We never hold a phone in an interview. And the good thing about this holder is it will screw on in that manner to the tripod, allowing me to hold my phone horizontal. You put your phone horizontal and suddenly you look more professional, and on a Zoom meeting, it increases your impact by about a third. It actually makes your view wider. You remember the days when a handshake made a first impression? Well, now it's audio, it's lighting, it's your virtual job interview set, it's your job interview staging. It is all the things you do in this virtual interview, and the headset is extremely important. Now, I had an argument on Monday that made me grab my headset and pull it off, and when I did, this isn't the fault of the IMPAL headset. You can see the plastic actually shattered the little retainer there. It was quite the conversation that I was having at the point that I ripped it off my head. So I decided to get another headset. When I was talking to a friend, she said, I noticed that you always recommend the IMPAL trucker headset, but you never actually review the audio quality as opposed to other ones. So this is interesting. Audio quality is a big deal to me. When you're doing an app interview from a laptop, I always say to use a Blue Yeti. This is my number one recommendation. The secondary recommendation would be a Rode lavalier mic that is plugged into a splitter plugged into the laptop. So if I care so much about audio, why have I never checked the audio out in this headset? And the answer is the headset has so many advantages for a phone-only interview, and phone-only interviews can occur spontaneously, that I never felt like the actual audio quality would be greater than the echo reduction and keeping the consistent distance from your mouth and allowing you to hold on to your Anchor. But she brought up a great point. Is there something better out there? I'm about to release some double clutch and pandemonium on you because I have two headsets. This one's called the Anktila. This is a different variety of cheap Amazon trucker headset. So we're about to ball the jack and see which one of these is better. So first off, let's start with the Anktila. The Anktila is a Bluetooth 5.0 400 milliamp battery. Charge time less than 2 hours, working time about 24 hours with a volume of 50%. So this is fantastic. This is twice the battery capacity as the IMPAL. Now hurts me to see this. My greatest compliment to the IMPAL is how long it goes between charges. It literally feels like I am able to use it indefinitely with rarely ever having to charge it. I keep one of the little trapezoidal USB plugs in my truck just in case I need to. So let's look at the Anktila. So this is, okay, so let's check out the Anktila. This is model BHM91 wireless Bluetooth headset. So first off, I'm going to open it up, and the first thing I see is padding. This thing's got a lot of padding. I just dropped something there. What is that? Hold on. scratch card. It says, "Are you the lucky one? First prize, get one more for free." It says I got first prize. You know, if they can rig the McDonald's Monopoly game, I'm sure that's rigged. I don't think I'm going to pursue that very much. Now we have a box here that contains mono Bluetooth headset kind of user manual. Here's our charge cable right here. This is the USB with the little trapezoid. Is that the right shape that I'm saying for that? Now, at first glance on this thing, it's like the headrest in a Cadillac. This is like something that you would put on your neck before you got into a drag racing vehicle. The whole thing is leather and padded and foamy, and it's got this huge earpiece on it. I see that it's got a plus volume button and a minus right here. The Impal plus minus volume buttons aren't very good. I have to use the phone. And we'll see it has nice positive locks, and it has a big fuzzy foam. Oh, okay, there's the adjustment. That's going to be a negatory Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. Roger that, Cessna. Good flying. This is very odd. This is very big. It feels like it's a huge sort of thing. And it's got this foam that gives it a little bit more of an air traffic controller appearance. Okay, so it's going to appear in my Bluetooth as BHM91, which is good. Let's go ahead and place a call to my biggest critic on this. Breaker19, you got your ears on? This is the BHM91. What do you think about this? All right, so she wants to hear the other one before giving the head-to-head review. Let me tell you this real quick before we get to the Impal. Take a moment, click like, click subscribe. If you're setting up a virtual job interview set, if you need to know about staging, lighting, audio, we got a lot of these videos that are coming out. Check out my blog, www.stoicstalkup.com. Also, I've got the entire Interview Dynamics course now available online. You can take the complete course start to finish in about 5 hours. And then with some practice, you'll have all the skills you need to go out and get the job you want. There is a lecture devoted entirely to virtual interviewing, how to connect, things to watch out for that goes very, very in depth. Okay, now, moving on. The Impal Bluetooth headset. Now, this has historically been my favorite. There may be some upgrades on this one. Rotomolded plastic insert. Okay, so it comes with the USB cable. It looks like the same model. My one gripe about this is the positive, negative volume controls are a little bit chintzy. This is kind of halfway between the air traffic controller and the little Bluetooth headset that sticks out that far. Now, the one that sticks out that far I'm not crazy about because it picks up a lot of echo in the room. Yeah. Okay, let's try it out. This is completely unbiased. We're going to see what she says. Hey, now, running a Peterbilt with a reefer on, come back. All right, so the review is in, and here's what we had. I fully expected the audio quality of this one to be much better because it is the size of a Lincoln Continental. However, the utterly impartial observer noted that there is a little bit of baseline noise with this. There's a little bit of a background static. Now, could that be caused by some sort of RF interference in the microphone? I've got a huge LED light right here. Could that be putting out some? I'm not sure. But this one does have a little bit of background hiss. Also, the audio from this one was described as being a little bit thin and having a little bit of crackle at the end of the word. So this surprised me. I was prepared to be biased against this because it's ugly and it makes me look like a gamer, but actually the audio had some limitations on this one. Now, on the Impal, it was described as transmitting bass, transmitting a sort of full and rich voice. There was virtually no background noise on the headset. I will say that listening to both of them, like my receptive audio from the participant on the other end was roughly equal with both of them. I don't require some sort of excellent audio when I'm listening. I just need to be able to hear the questions that the obstacle is posing. But for a virtual job interview set, it seems like this one is the clear winner, which is sort of surprising to me. Now, the battery life is twice as long on this one, but the little MPOW has served me a long time. I always kind of suspected that the audio was subpar because of the size of it, but turns out it's pretty good. Now, on to the last and most important point, how you appear in the interview. I am going to tell you, you do not want to look like a gamer in the interview. This one almost looks like a gaming headset. You don't want a big headset because you don't want to look like a gamer. Why? It's a demonstration of lower value. Now, I don't know why that is. I'm not knocking anyone who's a gamer. And I'm acknowledging that the gamer technology is superior to the technology that we are dealing with. But you do not want to appear like a gamer in the job interview. Also, the price on this, okay, so the MPOW is available on Amazon Prime. It is $23.99 with free shipping, which is very reasonable to add to your arsenal as you go through these job interviews. This one is a comparable price. Jump over on the blog and watch the deep dive where I go into these things and we talk about the lavalier microphone options and talk about the Blue Yeti, which I think is hands down top choice if you are using a laptop. But remember, using one of these small devices for a cell phone interview, whether it's phone only or if there is an app that you're using, may bring you quite a bit of success in the virtual interview. Thanks for watching.